Yeah, the first period called psychology because I had a story about one time I was doing a presentation in this chiropractic event in Las Vegas, and the doctor come to me and say, "Hey, Roberto, can you help me? I have this huge fear of speaking." I say, "Of course." So then he signed up for my class, and my class was like whatever in 2 months from there. So okay, no problem. I see you in San Diego. And then on the day of the class, I had my roster. The guy wasn't there. Well, his name was there, and then this lady show up and she goes, "Okay, I'm here for the class." And I look at the roster. I said, "No, I'm sorry, but you're not registered." And she goes, "No, you don't understand. My husband sent me here." See, the guy was so afraid to send the wife to the class, you know. So, and I know fears stop us, and the impacts not only in speaking is when you do one-on-one report of findings, when you try to communicate. By the way, when you go home, it's how you do one thing, how you do everything. That fear not only show up in presentation, but every place else. So one of the things that you can do as a how-to tip here, I want to make sure guys take something away, is that every communication that I do, I remove myself from it. Because if you think about it, every communication is about moving the audience from point A to point B. Point A, where they are right now, point B, their goals. For example, when you communicate with patients, point A, they have subluxation. Point B is about them removing subluxation and sign up for chiropractic wellness care or corrective care first. Now, and if you think about it, if communication is about moving for someone from point A to point B, then it's not about me. And the challenge, Dr. Colin, is that imagine you have a light, that the light my face here, and the spotlight, I go, how do I look? How do I sound? Am I being judged? And then all of a sudden, when you shift that spotlight and you put in the audience, you realize that even though you are speaking, you are leading, has nothing to do with you. I had a doctor that came to my class, Dr. Werner, 29 years. His dad was a chiropractor, so he started working with the dad, never done a workshop, ever. Came to my class, and one of the things that I did more, but one of the things is the spotlight was right here, right? How do I look? How do I sound? I'm being judged. I'm not good enough, all this stuff. And I go, change it. And he had like an emotional reaction, realized, man, it's not about me. Because if you know anybody who's afraid to communicate the chiropractic message, and I tell them, look, the reason you're afraid is because you're making yourself bigger than the chiropractic principle, which is not true. Nobody's bigger than the principle. I'm not bigger than rhetoric, public speaking. Has been around for 2,500 years. Right? I'm just here, a guy who's very passionate about it. I want to share with you my experience, what I learned.